So the NCAA bans championship events in Mississippi because of the flag. And is this really a good thing? Is this really going to help and benefit college athletes in Mississippi or around the world banning the Confederate flag? Is this really going to help people? And is this going to help people have rest? Okay, and this is going to bring us together as one human source. I don't know. I don't think it will, but we're gonna get into that. Okay, so we're back, and let's get into this article. Let's get straight into it. The Washington Post: the NCAA bans championship events in Mississippi because of its flag. So Mississippi doesn't want to take down the flag. Okay, if you don't know nothing about Mississippi, Mississippi has a rich history in their flag, and they love their flag. They love the Confederate flag, and some people argue about Mississippi being the second most racist state in the country. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't seen any stats, but that's what some people claim. Some people say Alabama is number one, but I'm not sure. But as we just talk about this, let's talk about what's written in here. The NCAA Friday announced an expansion of its Confederate flag policy. Okay, so they announced this expansion about this policy of the flag, trying to help college athletes out, trying to bring racial reconciliation to communities, trying to bring people together, and they think the flag is doing it. They think knocking down statues is doing that. Even though I was kind of like, okay, it's kind of cool, knocking down statues or whatever, knock them down. But that's not gonna change nobody's heart, knocking down statues and taking down flags, folks. It's not. Nobody's heart is gonna get changed. That is not gonna end racism. Taking away the flag is not. But even though I know the flag may represent something evil to people and they would like to see that gone, but okay, you can argue that and say, hey, that's cool. I'm not saying I'm a Confederate flag holder or anything, but I'm saying this Confederate flag, taking it down, is not going to help the college athlete out at all. Look, it's not. He still have to go through. He still have to worry about what he's going to eat. He's still not getting paid. Oh, it's still not getting paid, and that's what's really going to help if we can get paid. But I'm going to talk about that a little more. The Confederate flag policy, banning all championship events from taking place in the states where the Confederate flag symbol has a prominent presence. This applies only to Mississippi, whose flag features the Confederate emblem in its upper left corner. And so, okay, Mississippi refused to take down the flag. But I hope they don't refuse to pay the athletes. I'd rather them have the flag up there and pay me. Did not have the flag up there and not pay me. Because that's the real problem. That athletes are not getting paid at all. And they're producing billions of dollars. So watch this video. This is about the dude who ruined NCAA basketball. He ruined NCAA basketball, y'all. This is the dude. Okay, if you've been wondering who he was, he's right here. I'm not mad that he did it. I'm glad that he did it. It's good. I'd rather him do that than just continue to have people to be used for their likeness without getting paid and things like that. So that's kind of good, even though for the sake of the game, we couldn't have the game no more, but that's cool. He wasn't trying to do that, but just watch this video.
Our economics correspondent Paul Solomon explores the issues this would raise. It's part of his weekly Making Sense report, which airs Thursdays on the NewsHour.
In the corner, O'Bannon. Bruins with a three.
I saw myself on a video game.
Former UCLA star Ed O'Bannon, MVP of the 1995 NCAA Finals.
It was pretty cool to watch. I mean, the guy was left-handed, ball-headed. The jumper was good. So I was very pleased about it.
But the friend who showed O'Bannon the game was puzzled.
What's funny about it is he says, we paid X amount of dollars for the video game, and you didn't get one penny.
It was this encounter that sparked a famous firestorm. Ed O'Bannon's eventual 2009 lawsuits against the NCAA and video game maker EA Sports for blatant and unlawful use of student-athlete likenesses to increase sales and profits while denying college athletes any share of the revenues they generated, besides a full tuition sports scholarship.
Close to 15 years later, and they're still making money off of my image. I just thought to myself, there's got to be something wrong about this. If I was an entertainer of any other sort, would I have these same things happen to me, you know?
No, you get royalties, residuals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Smile, hold it.
We come to find what's happened to Ed O'Bannon and his suit, landing in Las Vegas, passing the Strip, more decked out than ever, winding up in Henderson, Nevada, where O'Bannon works, lives, and helps coach basketball at Liberty High School. He now coaches the NCAAers of tomorrow, who, if they're absurdly good and lucky, will play in a Final Four themselves someday. The rights paid to the NCAA to broadcast the tournament this year, nearly $1 billion. The players' take? Still zero. New York Times columnist Joe Nocera has long made the case for paying so-called student athletes. It's starkly laid out in his new book, Indentured.
They are fundamentally exploited by a system that makes not millions of dollars, but billions of dollars, and that enriches everybody around them except themselves.
But athletes, if they make it, make millions of dollars.
Sure, the very small 5% who make it from college to the pros will get very rich. What about the other 95%?
O'Bannon became one of the 5%, and yet in college, he often went hungry for lack of cash.
There were many nights when I went through the night without eating.
You?
Oh, absolutely.
It's simple, gentlemen. The little things is what's going to win us the game.
Back at Liberty High, the coaches were prepping the Patriots for a playoff game.
Do what got us here. Have some fun. Get this win.
Kyle Thaxton is one of the team's stars. Should college athletes get paid?
If they're the ones playing and doing it on the court, then they should be the ones getting paid also. It shouldn't just be the coaches.
Coaches who can make $6 million a year or more. And it's not just pay.
In NCAA sports, you have players who can be stuck with sports-related medical expenses.
Ramogi Huma, who played football at UCLA, has been doing the lonely work of organizing players.
Injured players can lose their scholarships. Graduation rates hover around 50% amongst the sports who are generating this money. And the NCAA is refusing to adopt the same concussion reforms that the NFL has adopted. We're not advocating for professional salaries and things like that, but we're saying that, look, some of that value should be given in the form of basic protections like medical expenses and degree completion.
NCAA President Mark Emmert declined an interview, but...
Okay, so you see, that getting paid is essential. It's something that needs to happen up in our society that will help out a lot of black and brown players. Not even black and brown players, all type of players. I don't care what color or race you are. It's going to help you out if you're getting paid to do what you love doing. And you're putting billions of dollars into schools, but you get nothing. And so that's the important thing. It's not just a flag. Taking down a flag and not going to get racism out of anyone's heart. That's just the bottom line. That's all I have to say. It's just not going to happen. I wish it was that easy, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy at all. They made the U.S. flag we have now the primary flag, and people still are racist. It doesn't matter what you do. Racism is rooted in sin. Like it's spiritual, man. It's a spiritual battle. Okay, so we have to be ready. And the flag is not going to really help. The flag is not going to help, y'all. That's just my opinion. Taking down the flag is not going to end racism. It's not. And so we can find ways to help. If you can find ways to help the community as paying the athletes to play at Duke and North Carolina and Clemson and Alabama and all these other great schools and programs, while they're putting billions of dollars into the school, but they're getting nothing, when they start doing things like that, and then, yeah, I'll feel good then. I'll feel good about that. But taking down the flag, I mean, it's not going to end racism. It's just not.